Hey guys, Gary from Midwest Mike's here. Are you looking for a DJ for your next event? Well, call DJ Showtime, 816-260-2056. He can DJ your wedding, a special event, a bar and club event. Whether your event's large or small, DJ Showtime is your guy. He'll play music of all genres, whatever you guys want to hear, that's what he'll play. He's been DJing since 2005, lots of experience. Again, that phone number is 816-260-2056 at DJ Showtime KC34 on Twitter, DJ Showtime 3481 on Snapchat. And remember, this is Gary from Midwest Mike's. Tell him that I sent you. Contact DJ Showtime, 816-260-2056. All right, hey everybody, welcome in this week. Midwest Mike's coming back at you with another show. I'm Gary.
This is Austin.
And we are ready to go. Took last week off. Austin was a little under the weather. I went down to the Big 12 tournament last Wednesday night, so didn't get a show in, but glad to be back with you guys this week. Joined by a couple great guests this week, couple big-time guests. We have Wayne Orr and Richard Elkins of 810varsity.com. You can find them on Twitter at OrBoysRock and at Pooch1212. So they are running the 810 Varsity Combine that we have here in Kansas City every year to kind of a place to bring colleges and high school athletes together. To run some combine testing, get those kids noticed by some colleges, help our Kansas City kids get recruited, across the nation to different colleges. Wayne is also the regional scout for Football University, the National Combine and the All-American Game, which is formerly known as the U.S. Army All-American Game. So thanks for coming in, guys.
Hey, thanks for having us. We really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, as a coach, I really appreciate, what you guys do with the Combine every year. And, I'd love to see, our Kansas City kids get to one place and be able to be tested and get recruited. So why don't you talk a little bit about why you started it and how you started it and how that all came to be?
So the premise of the whole thing was, as we know from Kansas City, is our kids kind of get looked over. We're a flyover country.
Right. There's
not a lot of Wisconsin recruiting coming to Kansas City, right? Because they don't believe that we have that talent. Working with the National Combine down in San Antonio, seeing some of the kids, we had kids in Kansas City that belong. There are some kids that were showing up down there that they could have belonged, but we knew we had kids that were better. So what we tried to do was try to do some regional combines to showcase our kids to get them invites to the National Combine. Within the last couple of years, the NCAA rules have changed. Colleges can start attending combines. They used not to be able to, which is huge for us because now we can invite all the colleges in. We're right now at 56, and we've talked to another 20. We got 56 colleges coming to watch some 500 kids from Kansas City area.
Yeah. That's awesome. We were talking a little bit before show, but you can only watch so much film on a kid, and there's things you can kind of hide in film, and it's great that those college coaches can now come and see that kid run the 40, see that kid run the pro shuttle, see that lineman drive a sled or go one-on-one and see what kind of speed they have coming off the ball.
Right.
So that's fantastic. So how do you kind of go about getting the colleges? Do you just call them up, send them letters?
That's Richard's.
Yeah, that's what we do. A lot of Twitter DMs, a lot of emails. We've developed relationships with these colleges over the years, and these coaches they actually call us now and hey, we want to be a part of this, and that's kind of how that started.
Yeah, that's great. That all these colleges can again come and just see our Kansas City kids. I like that you said that you were going to combines in San Antonio, National Combines, and seeing like, hey, we got some kids that can come here and compete.
Right.
Because everybody, exactly like you said, everybody from outside of Kansas City, it's like, oh, there's not really,
Right.
And I get it. Our football is not comparable to Texas because we don't have spring ball.
It's understandable.
Right.
I mean, Missouri. I saw a stat the other day. Missouri is the only school in the SEC that their state doesn't have spring football
For high school, yeah.
for high
Absolutely.
school.
Yeah.
And
I never even thought about that.
Yeah, we're the only ones.
Yeah.
I mean, so no wonder we're a little bit behind some of these other places, but still, it's great to promote our athletes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
And getting these colleges in, we're going to do something a little different this year. We're trying out is because we got like Minnesota State, right? I never even heard Minnesota State
Right.
coming to Kansas City.
Right.
Last year they offered 10 kids,
Right.
Yeah.
right? They were from our combine.
Yeah,
Is there any correlation? I don't know. We're not making claims to it, but all of a sudden there's a bunch of kids in Kansas City that are getting offers from Minnesota State. So this year what we're doing on Friday nights is we've kind of doing a meet and greet. We've got a bunch of local high school coaches, and we're all going to meet up with the college coaches that are traveling in.
mm-hmm.
That way they can start networking.
Yeah.
The registration will be out in advance, and so they can say, hey, look at number 124 tomorrow. He's one of my best linemen. I think he can fit in your program.
Yeah,
So it gives them a head start on who can play and who can't for whichever schools that they're dealing with.
yeah. I mean, that's a great idea too because I know, from coaching so long that just networking is a big part of it with the recruiting.
It's
Oh,
huge.
yeah.
It's huge.
Those college coaches get kind of guys they trust, and once they get one or two kids from your program, they want to come back and say, oh man, I know a kid from this program is going to know XYZ, and if he's got this ability, hey, we can bring him here and give him a chance.
Well, once you build that rapport with that coach either you can reach out to him or he can reach out to you, say, hey, I'm kind of looking for a tight end. Do you have a guy that might fit that, or did you play against somebody?
Yeah.
And so now you're kind of his reputable eyes and ears in Kansas City.
Yeah.
And that's what we're trying to do is get all these coaches. I mean, we've got from Tennessee, Illinois, Minnesota, Iowa, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Kansas, obviously Missouri, Arkansas.
I mean, that's fantastic.
And so now we're reaching out even further. We're doing Wisconsin, Kentucky. Come, we've got the kids that can play.
Yeah.
Let them showcase themselves because now this is a great chance for them to have them out for junior day, so they get the eye test. Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been at the gym.
Yeah.
Let's see what you can really do. And so I keep telling these kids that are these junior days, make sure you let those coaches know you're coming to my combine. Because now you're already on their radar.
Yep.
You might go to junior day and not get that offer, but you're on their radar. Let them know that you're going to be here. They're going to for sure come, and they're going to be looking for you.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Once they've seen the kid up close, like you said, they kind of pass the eye test. I mean, there are some kids that don't fit, that aren't 6'4", 275, just built,
Right.
but sometimes they see that kid and he's a hard worker. He might only be 6'2",
Right.
but
Right.
he can move, so we can work with that.
And that's why we and Richard's done an incredible job with this. Is we've taken so many FCS schools, Division II schools, Division III schools, a whole bunch of NAIA schools, JUCOs. I mean, we've got it across the board. If you want to play football at the next level, there's a spot for you somewhere.
Right.
May not be the spot you want, but there's a spot for you to go play ball and hopefully get some education paid for, which is ultimately, at the end of the day, that's what we're looking for. Because we don't have that many guys making the league from Kansas City.
Yeah, that's a big thing. I've always preached. The first head coach I worked for, Joe Hornback, that was a big thing he preached is if you want to play college football, if you take care of your business in the classroom, there's somewhere you can play.
You will always go play if you want to play.
You might not get your full college paid for, but we'll find you a school that will take you and let you play football.
Hey, some money's free money.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
what we
no
do it
joke.
for. Exposure of the kids. We
Right.
want to get them in front of all those coaches, and we want. One thing I like about our combine is our timing of it. We never want to interfere with a college camp.
Mhm.
And the college camps usually start June 1st, and they go on from there. We want to get them done early, so those college coaches are just now finishing up their spring games. They're coming to our combine. They're on the road. They come to our combine and they see these kids. Hey, we like this guy. We're going to invite him to our camp, our combine. We want to put him through the drills that we wanted to put him through. So, so they can see what he's like. And that's kind of why we do it. It's all about the kids. It's all about trying to get them in front of those coaches.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I feel like anybody who is in this business and doing it right, that's the ultimate goal, is to help a kid get to school, help a kid change his life. I mean, that's a generational thing. They might be the first person in their family to go to college. They might be, the 10th one to go to college. But it's just, just creating that pathway. I mean, kids are always like, especially here at Shawnee Mission East, they're very like, thanks, coach, for talking to this guy or talking. I'm like, you don't have to thank me. I mean, it's what I do.
It's just what you enjoy doing.
Yeah, it's just I'm my job is to open the door for you, or to get them to crack the door. Once you get there, that's on you.
Right.
But you're also representing me and our Shawnee Mission East program. Once you get on campus, because if you flame out, you burn the bridge for the next guy they might recruit.
Right.
So I mean, just trying to send that message to the kids.
Right. And we've been very fortunate with the guys that help us. We have all of our drills, stopwatches, everything's run by high school coaches, which is huge. And we have this conversation every year at the very beginning: is if you two don't get along, separate yourselves or just don't come. We're here today for one reason only, and that's for the kids. Mm-hmm. And everybody's gotten along. We've never, everybody's, you've got rivals and 247, and they didn't like each other. But you know what? They got along because guess what? We're here for the kids. And if you can't get along, then you're not invited. Yeah. But they all want to be here.
Yeah, it's got to be professional about it.
Yeah, and that's when you get that many guys with that many egos.
Yeah.
You can tell who doesn't like each other, but they all kind of separate it because it's for the kids.
Yeah.
It's for the kids.
I mean, I think anytime you're in the coaching profession, there's going to be somebody that has kind of rubbed you the wrong way. If you've been at it for any length of time,
there's coaches that help us out that rubs me the wrong way, but you know what? He's volunteering his time, and I love him for it.
Yeah.
I don't have to talk to him for the next year, but I mean, that's just that's.
Yeah. So it's April 27th this year is the first one, right?
Yes, sir. Right here at Shawnee Mission East.
Right here at Shawnee Mission East. And then the following weekend, May 5th.
Yes, sir. May 4th.
May 4th. That's right.
Yeah,
Saturday,
May 4th. At Liberty High School.
At Liberty High School. So, I mean, I'm excited. I've been to the Combine before, been able to stop by and check it out, but it's never worked on my schedule where I could work. So I'm excited this year to be able to work both of those.
Yeah, we're gonna put you to work this year.
Yeah,
right.
I'm ready to just watch some kids compete all day. And, try to earn some scholarships.
Right, and that's what's fun is when you see the quality of athletes that we have, and you get to see them showcase their talents, not only in front of their peers, but also the college coaches are sitting around watching. Mm-hmm. We've gone through, had some kids throughout the years that you can always tell they've got something different, right? One of the first years we did it, Elijah Lee was one of our first MVPs, and he would run a D-end drill. He would run over and be a wide receiver. As soon as that play was over, he turned around and pushed the next guy out because he wanted to play corner. And then he would run around the backside and come back and do another D-end drill. He never stopped the whole game. The whole time in the Combine. That's all he did. Kept being in every single play.
And I mean, that's great. You can't coach that will to compete.
No, you can't.
And that he's just like, hey, I want another rep. I want another shot. That's awesome. That's an awesome story. That's kind of where I was going is tell us about some of the kids that have came through the Combine in the past that have stood out from our area here.
Right. So Elijah Lee obviously is with the 49ers, and he's just incredible watching him as a big lanky guy having that much speed and that much agility, it was pretty impressive. A few years ago, we had Drew Lock and Ryan Willis at the same combine, just throwing the ball around like it was nobody's business.
Yeah.
I mean, that was